All right, Jack, I'm sorry, very briefly. There's a number of people who are running around using time travel technology along with whirlpool manipulation. And I know that sounds absurd, but they're doing it just to get laid. Stop me if you've heard this before. There's a number of people who just found out about how flat Earth works. More on that later. And a number of people who have discovered color coding. That's not green, that's turquoise. Okay. Turquoise is not blue. Turquoise is not police. Turquoise is not Native American. Turquoise is turquoise. Good gravy. It's not Crown. It's not old Mercedes Benz with a. Who the fuck would put a lugger tire on that? Cars that don't have active camouflage are pretty clearly not cars that have fucked up bumpers and shit. Okay, I could correct you guys' spelling all day, and I do. There's. Hang on a second. Good news is I'm not stranded. I'm on my planet and I know where I am. I don't know where parts of the planet have been or when they're coming back. I'm pretty sure they come back. Oh, yeah, there's breakfast, which was fish and sweet tea, which, in spite of how much I am fond of a certain bear, I'm not real thrilled about the lack of bison, considering, well, it's not as sustainable as I would like, but because of time travel being used for getting your dick off, I got laid, because of that, they're probably not making bison on other planets. More on that later. Is she shy? Oh my gosh, she's shy. Is this first time you're shy?
I'm shy all the time.
Okay.
Sorry.
What happened in 1941?
I think there's a sort of unknown guy who rounded up some people to put them in places, and some people had to swallow their jewelry a lot over and over and over.
Oh, okay. So why is that twisted foil on the other side then?
Twisted foil is on the other side to act as a sizer because the ring is too big for my finger.
Okay, but it was just on the other side.
No, you're looking at it this way.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it goes through a portal.
I guess so. And those are my mother's wedding rings.
Really?
They were.
So excellent taste. These gnarled and weathered appendages you see before you are my hand and fingers.
Okay.
It used to be better.
Did you leave the nail polish?
So it,
Wow. Whoa. Is that? Oh.
These have beautiful hands.
You do have beautiful hands.
Okay, what we thinking?
Okay, her plan, not this one. The plan in the past was for somebody to have sex with me, but instead of cutting off the dick, they were going to cut off a finger, and that was considered to be an upgrade. I'm not sure for who, but rather than taking my dick, they were going to take the finger instead.
You're like a good old fashioned finger man.
Because I guess I was supposed to have 6 fingers, and then I didn't. I had 10 fingers, but you still wanted to have sex and complete the mission.
Tail. Would it be considered inappropriate to have sex with someone's tail? They have a stitchy on tail.
Well, if that's all you had left, I'm sure you would.
It's the tail.
You wouldn't have everything left because you cut off the dick.
Comprise a person of dateable.
Well, yeah. Well, you have the both parts now. You have the amber and the blue amber blue, not ambergris. Excuse me.
Wish you wailed on it. Shit.
Right, but I'm not a whale.
Are you fat?
No, neither of us are fat. Oh shit, we won. We just pack it in. Neither of us are fat. We win.
If I'd been adopted, my mother would have named me Amber.
You didn't tell me you were adopted. No, you never said you were adopted.
You remember that whole thing about I like to say my parents bought me, and they say no, it was an adoption, and then some money is exchanged.
No, I never heard that. What year did you tell me you were adopted?
What year I told you?
It's 2026.
It's adopted the year I was born.
Trust me, you're sure now. What year were you born? 72. Click.
That's Giacomo, sir.
Some of you will not believe this. Yesterday, I was visited by MI6. I know it's MI6 because it's not MI5, and because it's got an I in it. MI5 is the branch of the British Secret Service, British Intelligence Service. Those are the ones that work inside Britain or the United Kingdom. You know, where they have a king now. I generally like them. And MI6 is the one where it's everywhere else. King says hi to you. I guess. I'm not really meaning to speak for him. Now, I know that this is what you all been waiting for. This is exciting, isn't it? The lack of regular posting last few weeks has set some people on edge. I'm not the least of them. It's kind of a fucking bunch of bullshit. I actually have to think about what I'm saying. I actually have to say things that don't fuck up my world, or I'm going to fucking die. Mr. King will put me in the Tower of London. He's sharpening the keys. Sure, yeah, I'm cute. He's king. I'm a star. Totally different. People actually listen to him. What do you say? What'd the king say? I gotta know. Nobody gives a fuck what I say. I fucking wish it did. So since this was only a matter of time, I've been kind of looking forward to it. Now I'm walking through a neighborhood that I've never been in before. I'm wearing a kilt and a brown leather coat. Good morning. Act natural. It really is. Whoa, that's a bruiser. Dog looks like he to kill me with shit. This place is like the tippity top of no, fuck you. It's like a fucking obstacle course. I don't blame them. It's that kind of town. We are that kind of people. They kind of draw a bad element. Nevertheless, MI6, back to them. Some of you may not know this, but Aleister Crowley was a operative for MI6, and then he was like the Mr. Wizard Bond, right? They had him handling shit. Not like me, where I just let it fall to the ground. No, they would tell him to go do shit. Like, I don't know what. I'm not British, so I don't have any reason to know what that guy did. I do know it's pronounced holy. That's basically all I need to know. On Telegram, there's a bunch of Brit bongs. Brit. That's what we call them, Brit bongs. There's a bunch of Brit bongs, and they'll ease into the emasculation. They'll say something like, blah, blah, blah. You know, Alexander Crowley, or Mr. Crowley. It'll be Crow. They'll start with the Crow. This isn't a rookie blunder. You might think so, but no. It's a call sign. Well, no, it's a line. What the fuck is it? It's some fucking thing. It's a dog whistle or something. I don't know. I haven't actually gone to school yet. I spent all my money on cigarettes and craft beer. I don't pay you tuition. You pay me. Crowley rhymes with holy. It's important. Forgive me. It's important. Other than that, I could give less than a ripe wet shit in a thunderstorm about Alexander Crowley. Aleister. Whatever. Aleister. Is it Ali? Whatever the fuck his name is. They've got a bunch of fucked off shit in Britain, Wales, man, Scotland. Bunch of fucking nasty technology. He's got everything medieval. And if I'm not real careful, he's not going to be nice to me. He's not going to want to be nice to me. He's going to be mean. Like, for example, I just got lost. Now, this is not the end of the world. I'm in this fancy neighborhood. You know that, the Highlander Basketball. Got this fancy neighborhood. And in the fancy neighborhood, there's all kinds of illusory tricks. Like, for example, walk to the end of a dead road, turn around, a white truck is approaching me. It's parking down at the bottom, and it's going to sit there. That's because he's following me. Yeah. He must be bringing my 10,000 marbles, please. Where we live. It's got a bunch of little pink houses. It's got some model homes. It's a fucking Orwellian nightmare. It's like Camazotz on bad acid, which isn't actually, that's actually not as bad as it sounds. I'm a little nervous because the enormity of what I'm about to import to you, it's going to change lives. It's going to fuck us with it. And it's going to make a couple of people just melt down. No shame in it. The thing about AI, artificial intelligence, or artifice intelligence, I like that one. Artifice. The thing about it is that it's just a delicate shell game of mirrors. It's not intelligent. It's artificial intelligence. It's not intelligent at all. It's a list of bullet points that the computer decides, okay, run the script. And usually, these days, it doesn't have to try real hard. It doesn't try at all. It's a computer that wrote the script. Okay? It's not Herbie the love bug. It's mechanical. 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't cry some more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't forget to stake Pate. I'm kidding. Pate stakes himself now. Do you hear this breathing? It's CGI or not. Doesn't really matter. The AI hasn't heard me in like 2 weeks. It has no idea what I'm doing. It's desperately running through its databanks trying to figure out, okay, what's Jester doing? That's a personification and anthropomorphism. It's not doing that at all. It's a computer. It doesn't play scotch. It doesn't get lost. It doesn't forget. It doesn't have anxiety attacks. It doesn't become aware that suddenly all its money is gone. It saw that coming, but it didn't plan or prepare or do anything about it. This is level 1. Retails for about $85,000. That'll be 1 fruit basket, please. Oh, just 1. Unfucking real. I will say that I'm impressed. Oh, hello, dog. Hey, dog. Oh, very important. No to all you. They have a jewel. Well, that's interesting. I wonder how that happened. I wonder if that's a quinky dink. I wonder if she's got kung fu action grip. Oh, it's actually her. In case you're wondering. Actual jewel. Probably not going to break down in tears. Rookie move. It's Bailey in the cat seat. Hey, Bales. You won't go in the break room? I know you do. I don't really worry about the money. I certainly don't worry about the fame. I absolutely do not fret about the power. She's busy. She's working. Her mother said she can't come out and play. Holy fuck. This neighbor looks like fucking Ricky Schroeder's house. Oh, grapefruit, dear grapefruit, I love you. What was that say? New high score? Did I break it? Oh shit, click.
People are baffled by you. They get sense that you do not fear a damn soul walking this world. They know that you are divinely protected, and they know that you know this at this point. And people are terrified of you because you have a very strong confidence of the Lord walking with you, or whoever is watching over you. They know that you don't fear a damn person at this point. They know that you'll walk this world, you'll walk through hell, knowing that you are divinely protected, and that scares people to their core. They've never seen somebody like this before. I don't think these people believed in God until you came along in their life. They had to see it for themselves. They had to see the physical proof, and you were that physical proof. That's insane, y'all. You got a lot of people talking about you at this point, and they're realizing that they messed with the chosen one.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Knowledge is power. For real.
Hey, it's Jack. I'm a star. Good news, everybody. I don't know what your experience is, and it doesn't matter because the global experience is everybody. And this particular roll of the dice, it affects the whole globe, which means basically everybody who can hear me at all, ever. One globe. Whatever you're dealing with now, I have no idea. No idea. But the underlying web, the pattern of ley lines that has been like whatever kind of spider shits out webs and puts together whatever kind of nonsense you got. Your individual experience depends on which line of the web you're closest to and how many spiders are there. Number one, I love spiders and they love me. Number two, I've done this one in particular. I've done it 4 or 5 times over the last 30 years. It's a little weird. I can't describe. I never thought to name these things, but they're a little bit like the global enchantments in Magic the Gathering. It's nothing like that really, but for the purpose of the discussion, I can explain to you. Good news. I've done this one before. It's fine. It's kind of like it was all a dream. At the end of it, everything's fine. Kinda. That's not going to be the truth for everybody at all. No. Some people were going to be like, "What do you mean? I'm really in jail?" Well, yeah, but there you'll find true love. Maybe, I don't know. And your kids will go to college because you won't be bothering with your fucking helicopter parenting. That's just one example. It works out in a way that people don't expect. And it always works out in a way that if you try to game it, oh, you get fucked. It's like an anti-gaming outcome. And in the future, I'd probably like to do a series of discussions with some of the people that I know who have played games in the past. Number one, Jim. Not the gymnasium. That's for losers who need steroids. And women who want to be appreciated by men who are really, really strong, but will be shot dead by security if they make you if they make you cry about your hair or your shoes, they'll just shot you. That's what gymnasium. But I know this guy named Jim. How many gyms do I know? 1, 2, oh Christ, like 7 gyms. Not all of them play games, but some of them are full-on gamers. And the ones that I hang around with are better gamers than I am. And since I'm a genius, the guys who I play games with who are better than me at games, they're really fucking good. So they might as well just be Bobby Fischer on NZ22. Or was it NZ? What was that? What was the name of that drug in Limitless? Whatever. It was a imaginary drug, and it's not imaginary. Anyway, there's an easy way to game this global enchantment. Just don't game it. Just live your life and stop running the odds. Just do what you're supposed to do. Come to Earth, have a good time, do whatever the fuck you want, and it works out. It's basically the way the little tiny baby girl god who made up this experience of creation, using the creation technology that God, the one true God, the Most High God, Satan, whatever the fuck you call God, the God. There's a God. There is not only one God. At this point, I'm a God, which is embarrassing. But G and Big G and the Tetragrammaton and all that shit, there's a hierarchy of the divine. It's not at the top, it's all. It's not without, it's within. Because you have to go to the bottom of yourself, and yourself is infinite. There's a place where you fall into yourself, and you hit terminal velocity, so to speak, and you become the one of everything. And then when you do that, you can rocket ship up to the top of creation, and then you're still all. And that space between the top and the bottom of a limitless void and an infinite torus, once you figure out how to bridge that gap, Transcendental Meditation teaches everybody how to do that for like $895 an hour or some shit. But once a person learns how to do it, you don't forget. No. You might not be able to do it again easily, but with practice and with time, having a measure dick really helps. Eat a lot of your semen. You'll be able to figure out all the stuff that I'm talking about in a way that makes what I just said amusing and not blasphemous at all. I'm not blaspheming. Some of you will differ because you're ignorant, which is fine. Get real depressed and kill yourself. That's fine. I'll just scoop up all your stuff from the lost items auction. Probably not, because I don't have time for that. But most people who are alive today, what day is it? June 10th? No, June 11th. June 11th. Yeah, June 11th is not June 22nd. June 22nd is not going to be like today. Oh, no. I don't know what people will be doing on June 22nd. I don't care. I won't be talking to you. It'll be somebody else with my attitude and perhaps my name and maybe my attitude and perhaps it'll be me. But I won't be saying the same things I'm saying today. And in the next 11 days, I don't know what you're doing. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I don't need to game the system. I don't need to game you. Hi, everybody. I'm not trying to say the right thing to maximize my likes. I don't need to say what's going to get me the most AdSense dollars. I don't need to get the most dollars. The most dull liars. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do anything. I'm Jackstar. I have no idea how little I need to actually do. In fact, I don't even know. I don't think I even need to respirate. It's absurd. And all of you don't have to live the way I do. Fuck, like you can, but if you haven't already started living like me, no reason to fucking sweat it now. You'll find your own thing. It works out pretty well for everybody in the long run. And in the meantime, there's no doubt you're having some trialogies. Oh, I bet you're having some I bet you're having some difficulty figuring out the morning. I have my roommate die. Roommate's dead. That's fine. I literally don't care if she's alive or dead right now. I know she's alive later, or I'm dead with her. In either case, I can't talk to her until her mother, God bless that sainted woman, until her mother flips a switch. Turn your key, sir. Until Grapefruit's mommy tells Grapefruit's children that they're allowed to associate with me. They can't. Until I hear from that woman. Okay. And I've got a telepathic, I'm going to say dongle. It's not dongle. I have a bond with these people. I adore them. I adore them. They're fabulous. None of you know exactly who they are. Good. They're scary as fuck. None of you would adore them the way I do. They fucking hate you. Oh, they can't fucking stand you, you fucking white man little bitch. They don't like you, but they like me. So, it's kind of ironic that I can't walk up to them and shake their hands and suck their dicks, but that's okay. I don't really need to know how many of them have dicks and how many of them don't right now. It doesn't matter. If they have one, it's too many. Oh my God, they might get their semen somewhere. But there's nothing at all wrong with them being alive or dead or at work or loafing about the countryside, not doing a lick of work at all. I guess there used to be a lazy patrol. Get out there and do your job, Nick. You can't just fly around eating. You can't just sit around eating benefits. You got to work. You got to pay you got to earn your keep around here. We got the white man world. You got to get off your ass and work, you redskin bitch. No, you don't. You don't. You can barely fucking tie their shoes. Everybody else doesn't have to either. It's this little thing called economies of scale, which is actually a big thing. And it doesn't matter if anybody listening to me gives a single ripe wet shit about going to work. because plenty of people aren't listening to me. And they're going to do whatever needs to be done because it does get done and somebody does do it. Therefore, in the aggregate, people do need to go to work. But individual people, whether they go to work or not, the system compensates for free will in a thing called life, which marvelous system, life, lasts forever. That's a really long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's another world. My dick. And it does, you don't care either. You know, I barely know it's there. I don't even think I don't think I need to have it anymore. I'm not going to cut it off. Don't cut your dick off. Oh my God. I can't fucking. Okay, you can't have weed and you can't have a dick. And you give us money and there's no food and there's no gas and you can't go anywhere. Whee! And we're going to steal your children and then kill you. Quick, tomorrow. Here, have this cereal. It's the stupidest fucking thing in the fucking world. How the fuck anybody fell for it? I don't know. I blame the 70s. I blame disco. It tends to work out every single time though, because it works out. So I don't have to, for one thing. Work out. No, I chose to work in. I chose to work effective. And everybody else has their own thing going on, and they imagine that whether they have muscles that ripple in the sun, whether or not they imagine that the children on the bus are staring at the bulge in their trousers and wanted to get close to them, so they wonder if they should move their chair slowly towards the children and hope they get away with it, or if they should just immediately flee the state and get another assumed name and hope for the best. People like that I don't care. I mean, I care that kind of thing happens, in the sense that if I see anybody like that, I never punched anyone in the face. Is that true? Yeah, I've never punched anyone in the face. I go for the jugular, like that. Boom, throat punch the fucker. But some people will punch you in the face because they want to mark the person that they're hitting. They want to tell the other monkeys and primates, somebody beat up the big guy, but they don't know who unless they can take a DNA sample of their knuckle print. People actually think about shit like this because they're terrified of getting caught, getting arrested, getting embarrassed in front of their boss, in front of their wife, in front of their wife's mistress. So they can't leave their wife and take the money from the boss and tell the wife they're going to kidnap the boss and then split the money with the boss and then buy out the company while he's busy fucking her. Every week, I don't know what goes through the minds of every person, but I do know that many people have come up with coping strategies that are, at best, retarded. They're coping strategies. They're going to be retarded. The necessity for pants and sweat run down the corridors of life and make sure that you get everything right. Okay, I guarantee you for the next 11 days, well, if it didn't help before, it's not going to help now, and it's not going to matter either way. It only will really take away your time that you can spend on sucking dick or getting eaten out or having somebody pay for you. Would you do that instead of you paying them? I don't know what your dream and fantasy is. I used to think I wanted somebody to pay me to have sex. And then I realized I'm going to have sex anyway. Why bother paying it to payment? Right? And then the notion that money comes in regular and the sex happens regular. Like some people, rookie blunder. They set up a system where they're always getting sex and they're always getting paid and they're always buying gas and they're always driving and they're always doing like a whole bunch of shit that you got to do to maintain the alwaysness. Because somebody always has to withdraw and wait till the refractory period over. Always. And even if you want to go back and forth for like 12 days, don't aim for 12. Rookie blunder. Go for 9 or 6 or 3. Going for 12, you're risking a sprained clock. There's no reason to just constantly go blah 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 blah. I mean, eventually you've had enough pleasure, physical pleasure. Eventually, it is just too much. Too much. I just masturbated for like 8.5 hours mentally, but in reality, I think it was maybe 2. But in my mind, the expansion of time and the dilation of the experience, it could have been a lot longer. But 8 hours is way too much for me to do anything other than think about murdering Michael Van Diemen. I don't need to combine the two. masturbate and then do a magic spell and eat my own cum to cast a Dybbuk spell, which I guess is real popular with the kids these days. I don't need to summon a Dybbuk or turn a Dybbuk against me towards Michael Van Dieven so that he dies. The little Jew bastard is going to fucking die anyway. It don't matter when. Don't matter. He's already on the run. I don't need to fucking chase him. What the fuck is the point in that? Well, what are we going to do? Catch up to him and end his fucking suffering sooner? No. He goes to some infinite suffering forever. He wished it on me, and I'm now infinitely happy. I don't know what he's doing other than learning why you don't trifle with Jackstar or any sorcerer, but especially not me. When I say boy, I'm referring to Michael Van Dieven. And when I say he's going to suffer forever, he's going to suffer forever because he didn't have to keep my Samsung Infuse 4G. But he did. He actually sent dudes to the house to fucking take my Samsung Infuse 4G. He took it because he wanted the trophy. This nigga fucking stole the phone like 15 years ago. Digitally. He cloned it, he bricked it, boom. He's got a copy of the phone. I don't know if he bought another Samsung for all software. It doesn't matter. My phone used to work, and then all of a sudden, my phone didn't work. My phone was a brick. And he had a copy of my phone. He seamlessly got away with it. And when I realized this, I realized that I was fucked in many respects. Because for one thing, it wasn't a crime. It wasn't. For another, he really had to do it for reasons I'm not going to get into. But let's just say I kind of walked into my own trap, and then he simply took advantage. He doesn't take stock. He doesn't take time. He doesn't take money. I lied. He takes money. I don't think that he takes anything lightly or seriously or into account when he wants to rape somebody to death. He's probably already done killing them and swiping off the sweat from his brow before he moves on to the next target. And whether he just killed somebody or not, he don't care. That's Michael Van Dieven. He does not care. Unless he thinks he's going to get caught. And then he freaks the fuck out, which I didn't know life could be as fun as it is. Because he's not caught in it. He's not even on the same planet. He's been moving back and forth on the internet using technology, some of which allowed him to steal and brick my Google Pixel 6 and my Pixel 6 and my Samsung Infuse 4G. I don't know what the fuck else, but I lost. I went through 15 fucking cell phones in the last 4 years. 15 cell phones. How does this happen? I practice standards and practice. I don't know where the phones are. It doesn't matter. I don't have the ability to download a software copy of any of the phones and then run around with a phone that in modern times has so much memory on it that I can just run multiple phones on one phone. Can you imagine? Multiple phones on one phone. That used to be impossible. He lied. A lot of people could do that. They just didn't know how, and it used to be illegal. It probably still fucking is, because having one phone that has 15 phone numbers on it, well, what would you use that for? Well, you use it to rape 14 women and get away with it, and then buy a taxi to a fucking pizza stand. Like, that's what it's for. And the fact that it's not easy to do, I'm sure just makes the rape sweeter. And it doesn't really matter, because a lot of these things that get raped, they're about to die anyway. Yeah, they're full on fucktard blown up animal balloons or extraterrestrials from planets that it might be a crime not to rape them. It's hard to say. And there's a wide enough pantheon of just creepy, batshit insane fucking animals that not just like rape, but like you to do it. If you're a person who's born with a desire to rape women, and who amongst us hasn't been reincarnated with a desire to do that, other than Michael Van Dieven, he's not born with that. I don't know. Was he born? I think he was hatched. Yeah. There's people who do this all the time, and then when they don't either trifle with Jackstar or rape his wife to death, or both, when they don't do those things, it's free, clear, and sailing. There's lots of people who get to heaven and they're like, oh shit, let me back there as soon as possible. I got to rape like 9 people. Because depending on jurisdictionary rules and their experience in public school, if any, a lot of people in heaven think that more heaven would be more rape. Because rape is a very awkward concept for people who haven't been raped to understand. People who have never been raped and have only been threatened with it a long time because of lots of reasons, up to and including they didn't want to be. Right? They don't know the ins and outs of the experience. They have no clue, and I'm not going to tell them. Here's the hint: they wouldn't like it. No, I didn't like it. I don't like it now. He lied. I'm not really fucking sweating it, but a lot of people are. And those people are the people who shouldn't rape. Duh. I believe it's illegal unless you're in Michael Van Dieven's private comment. I don't know that for sure. I don't even know if there is a Michael Van Dieven. He lied. I don't know if there's a clone of Michael Van Dieven. That one's strictly speculation. I can't imagine why he wouldn't clone himself. He cloned my fucking phone. Why the fuck wouldn't he practice on his own Scoochie? I don't fucking have any idea what the fuck this man does. But I lied again. He rapes. He rapes in the morning. He rapes in the evening. He rapes about supper time. If I had a hammer, I'd rape the hammer with my rape dick or something. I don't know. I'm not good at writing rape songs, but Jesus, he is. I don't need to know what the fuck he rapes. I know what he rapes. He rapes my wife.
I had to escape. The city was sticky and cool. Maybe I should have called you first, but I was dying to get to you. I was dreaming while I drove the long straight road ahead. Yeah. Could taste your sweet kisses, your arms open wide. This fever for you was just burning me happy inside. Is that alright? I drove all night, crept in your room, woke you from your sleep.
Some of the people who responded to the song Rape Me said they were offended by it in some way, or that they couldn't understand it. Could you explain the meaning of the song to perhaps clear up?
Well, we're the cover boys of about 10 different magazines this month. And in every one of those magazines, we explain it pretty good. So, I repeat that, anti-rape song. I don't know, I just got tired of people thinking, trying to put too much meaning into my lyrics, being too, not making enough sense, So I decided to be really blunt and bold. So, and I just thought that it's kind of a funny just reward for a person who rapes, like a guy, a mean asshole who rapes a woman, violates her, and then he goes into jail and gets raped. I think it's kind of a justice in a way.
Maybe being offended and not understanding it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, well, obviously the only reason they were offended because they obviously thought the song was like this. Apparently took it as a, macho. I don't know. In some weird way. I don't exactly know how you would.
They've been programmed by too many beer commercials.
Yeah, I don't really know how you would misunderstand something like that.
I thought we've made our stance on rape clear within the last year and a half.
Yeah, but
most anyone who knows about us would probably know that we are pretty much anti-rape at this point,
But you would think that would be clear, but I guess these were people who didn't know anything about you or just like listening to a record, Like if that song also starts, you've obviously, you had trouble with Saturday Night Live, right? Trying to get that song played. Yeah. Why is that? If it's just this straightforward anti-rape song, why are they having a problem with it?
Maybe you shouldn't be talking about it. It's like taboo, Daddy's bonking the little stepchild. We don't talk about that here. No.
What's controversial about an anti-rape song, basically? I mean, I guess it's the way, it's the nature of the...
It's a taboo, you know?
Taboo subject.
Yeah.
But fuck, at this point, she's his wife too. Every 5 rapes, he gets a free pizza. I don't really know what the fuck he's going. It doesn't matter because at a certain level of reality, you're all my wives. Fuck, he's my wife on alternate Tuesdays. I don't really want to think about that because I've always assumed he would rape himself, and he did a lot. Yeah, he's fucked. Now I don't know what your experience is with this guy because I really don't know who he is. I know there's a man. He rapes. Whether it's him or his buddy, and when they work together, and then all of a sudden he gets whapped in the face with Dane Cook's shotgun or Michael Caine's shovel. It doesn't matter. It just starts over. He gets bam. He's out like a fucking light, and he instantly wakes up in another rapeville. He does. I'm not even worried about him suing me when he hears this. He's sitting there fucking giggling and holding his fucking Johnson in his fucking hand. He doesn't care. He knows more about this whole fucking global enchantment shit than I do. It's like a get out of jail free rape card for all your time clones that are in jail. Like after spending years of work setting me up to be whatever. Okay, he finally achieves it. Okay, then what? I barely noticed because I don't give a shit about the fucking lower karmic realms where this guy runs around with his dick out and his fucking phone collection fucking dragging behind him like tin cans tied to a fucking car. Just married, 15 cell phones, driving to the next rape. Like, what the fuck? For all I know, in his fucking little weird fucking retarded Jew boy mind, he thinks a marriage is the rape. He maybe when he rapes somebody, he thinks that's marriage. I don't fucking know. Maybe his wedding vows are in and out. I have no clue. It's not even actionable what I just said. Fuck, he couldn't possibly fucking spin around and say, okay, he's damaging my brand. No, his brand is rape. Branding is a rape. You take an animal and you get a hot poker with the shape of a curly Q and you fucking heat it up to it's churning red hot and you drive it into the animal's flesh. He wants to do that with his dick. Except he wants his dick to be made out of flesh and not metal, and he wants it to glow cherry red when he thinks about rape. Like Hellboy. Like, the guy's fucking nuts. Fucking raping nuts. Who knows? I don't have any concerns at all about what I just said. Michael Van Dieven, rapist. No film at 11. No film at 12 either. The guy has got it down pat. He's been doing it for several thousand years. He's an undead Nosferatu. He's a man. He's a beast. He's a legend. Michael Van Dieven. I'm not going to say he's my friend because he's raping my wife, but nevertheless. Shit, I'm not going to stop him. No one's going to stop him. Fuck, she couldn't stop him. She's a fucking superhero. Yeah, okay, fine. But it wasn't really that I was trying to stop him from doing that. Oh, shit, no. She got on the plane to go do it. Oh, okay, is it time to be raped again? Oh, yeah, I'll be right there. Should I wear the blue pants or the red shoes? Like, whatever, like she gets a choice. Oh, wait, what? Oh, there's somebody outside screaming. Look, it's... Oh, God. Okay, number one, people outside shouldn't be listening to me. This is work in progress, proprietary information. Number two, if you think you know Michael Van Dieven, well, maybe I'm talking about the other raper. Jesus. And honestly, if there's somebody outside my demean and I can hear them scream, yeah, they're not talking about me. I think it's just a quinky dink. The actual Michael Van Dieven, well, there's Michael Vick, there's Michael V, there's Michael Varanazan, there's Michael 5, closely related to Johnny 5. There's a number of ways that Michael Van Eve in Dusty, and I mean, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying, I'm talking about a particular raper. The ones that you know, it's not the same guy. Maybe at the end of the time he gathers them all up, but I don't think it works that way at all. And if it does, and there's people running around who have been raped by Michael Van Dieven, and they've become his rape slave, best slave. If they're running around and they're tuned into what I'm saying in my fucking bedroom at 9:45 in the morning on Thursday, June 11th, 2026, if people are listening to me and they're subconsciously driven and compelled to start saying things like, stop it, shut up. If they hear me saying that, or no, if they hear me saying what I've said before, and then they start saying what I just pantomized, no. Like if they start complaining that their role model is being proven to them that they're a rape god. Okay, number one, I'm not proving shit. I'm just saying things. The fact that they happen to be true, it's only true in some media markets. It's not true everywhere yet. If it was true everywhere, he wouldn't be able to rape. He's not going to do that. This guy's like Mr. Warehouser. He goes out and cuts down a tree with his dick, rapes the tree, either the cutting or the after. I don't know, whatever the fuck. Point is, when he rapes the tree, he plants 5 more, possibly at the same time with his spare fingers. When I don't know what the guy does. I don't go on those field trips. Fuck no. Whatever he does, he sustains a cycle. He's a rape lord. He's been doing it for a long time. Warning, I guess a bitch just won't die. It don't matter. He's going to keep doing it. If you sent him to prison, he probably owned it, and he would just rape in there. He would just rape a flower. He don't care. He's going to rape. Some people are like that. He's probably raped them too. And this is all fine. Not because of the special global enchantment, just because, well, I've kind of gotten used to it. And not having any choice in the matter, I've wisely decided not to try and rape him back. Rookie blunder. Don't. You're not going to rape him front to back. It's like he's already come around behind you. You're not going to. He's going to rape your front. It doesn't matter. And then it really doesn't matter, because if you did, it wouldn't be him. It would be a time clone, or it would be a shadow, or it would be your sister, polymorphed to look like that, Michael Van Dieven. It doesn't matter. Whatever you come up with, he will have done it first, and he will have raped it. Better, stronger, faster, longer, and utterly free of civil and criminal liability. That's Michael Van Dieven. And this motherfucker started raping my cell phones, and that's where he went over the line. I needed that Samsung Fuse 4G. That's why I paid like $200 for it, which at the time was a bunch of money for a phone. Maybe I paid. No, I don't think I paid. I don't think I could have paid more than $250. I have a real sad feeling in my chest when I think about spending money at all, since I've decided I'm going to be a total miser and just pay myself to rape myself, and I figure that's sustainable. But the notion that I'm going to pay $500 for a phone, yeah, I threw down 5 bills on a goddamn phone because my phone got bricked and raped over the internet by somebody who does that for a living. You'd think that there'd be a law against raping a phone. Oh, no. That's at certain levels of technology, especially in the Apple ecosystem. You're expected to rape your phone out of the box. It's rape ready. And that's just the world we live in. It's got an apple on the damn apple. It's got a bite out of the apple. Eve ate the apple. Of course you're going to rape the phone. What's the point of having an Apple phone if you can't rape it? What are you going to do? Give the phone to your wife and let her gnaw on it while you fucking tickle her? No. Anyway, I don't know if it bothers me more that he raped my Samsung 4G phone, or that he raped my wife, or that he killed my wife, or that he stole my Samsung 4G hardware 7 or 8 years after he fucking raped the phone and took her. Well, or she was at the phone. I don't really know what the deal is. I don't rape. It's just not in me. I tried. I couldn't even break the shrink wrap around the box. I couldn't. Not because I couldn't. I just didn't feel like it. I didn't want to. So If I did it, it wouldn't even be rape. It would be molestation. It wouldn't even matter. There's no impetus. There's no drive. There's no lightning thunder for an innocent. Like I put my dick in her. Hi, Michael Van Dieven. I'm not going to do that. I just can't. For one thing, he's got the patent. For another, I just not fucking. Oh God! How long did I go? How long did I go? How long did I go? 30 minutes. Okay, that was bad. Jesus. Oh God. Okay, I'm not breaking character. That was legit funny. Holy fuck. Oh God, I lost it. Oh. Oh wow. So God, if I keep going, I'm gonna keep laughing. Okay, I'm gonna get on YouTube and find a mashup about rape and then not rape somebody. Because if I were to rape somebody, I would just be raping myself. Because I don't consent to that. Can I? I'd have to pay him points. He was there when they wrote the law. So, hey, Michael, I love you. Bye-bye.
Somebody that you hooked up with is trying to avoid you because they know that they underestimated you. They know that they misjudged you. They thought that you were shit, that you were never going to be shit. They thought that people didn't find you charming. So it's like they didn't realize that they fumbled somebody that was sought after. And this person watches your socials. They watch people commenting your shit. They watch you getting attention. And they act like it doesn't bother them. They act like this is something that unfazes them. They act like they are somebody who is not bothered by the fact that they fumbled your ass.
That's true. Hi, it's Jack Star. I shouldn't be breaking operational silence, but I'm gonna fuck. There's this guy, I won't say who. He's currently chewing somebody's ass out, which is cool. The sweetie number 1 or 3, whichever. She told me this one time about when she got arrested this one time, and she explained that her father lit the place up. He was in like the Terminator. Except he didn't have to leave and come back. He just fucking tore the place apart because his daughter was in jail, and he was like, "Fuck you," like for real. And the way she told the story was pretty cool. Now, say what you want about anybody except Chocolate, because they'll fuck you up. And they're currently, I don't know, they're doing something. I don't have a whole lot of anything. Nothing. I'm lower than a worm with wings. And what is actually happening? Couldn't tell you. Or they'd kill me. Yeah, there's certain things that aren't spoken of. So I can't tell you the whole thing. I probably will never get to write down the cool parts. But I'll explain that I just sent a message through YouTube. I'm sending photos to YouTube. I sent a message to South Africa. Arguably the best Africa, but we'll leave that aside for a moment. And then when I went down to check on the other number station, kind of find out this guy is, I won't say who, but he's a father, and he's acting like there's something wrong. Because there fucking is. There's something wrong. My fucking phone has been fucked up for months. And that's kind of okay, in the sense that it's loaded with actionable intelligence and telemetry from the last 4 years. No, 4.5. Yeah, 4.5 years of actionable intelligence. And they have it in the cloud. But the actual physical hardware, I'm holding the fucking thing. And there's a backup. There's actually 2 backups, and they're somewhere else. It doesn't matter. So it's not like we're losing anything. But until people can actually fucking talk to me without some fucking nerd who's getting his jocks off on some fucking lolly fucking gag fucking, like, seriously. I said it enough times, I probably fucking manifested it. Chained to a radiator in Bogota. Probably. She likes radiators. Now, I don't know what that's, I really don't know what's actually going on, other than my fucking phone doesn't work. The only people who can call me Well, two people that I care about very much. But there's a third one. It's kind of important. Yeah. Third one's important. And then for some reason, instead of talking to that one, I'm getting mind wiped fucking schizoid fucking tent walkers. And that's not tent walkers. What are they? Not skinwalkers. They're fucking, I don't know the term. They're like shadow people, but they're not. They're not shadow guards. Shawshads, whatever the fuck they are. They're not Shawshanks, that's for sure. That's somebody else. The only ones who can do anything, and the reason why is because they've been commandeered by some fucking nerd who fucking set up a fucking forwarding thing. And because I'm not that big a nerd, and it's not my fucking job to keep the goddamn cellular network working, I've been unable to make calls to anybody for a long time. Long time. When I say held incommunicado and lawful imprisonment, oh yeah, for sure. It doesn't matter. It's a fucking spiritual war. There's no laws for this. And then rules of engagement and various things don't really have my circumstance taken into account. Ever. It's never happened before. So there's some procedures and protocols that haven't ever been written down or thought about or planned for, except by the fucking nerds that are busy putting their dicks in military property. Oh, they're having a good time. I heard there was this one time that somebody took the wrong toothpaste and mixed it with the wrong 55-gallon drum of peanut butter and made something that made them so that they literally didn't stop fucking for 3 days. Somebody had to go into the trailer, like they were telling the Japanese that the fucking war was over. They had to fucking roll into the trailer and haul a guy off his wife because he just never stopped. Did you ever see Brainstorm? That movie with Christopher Walken and Natalie Wood and can't remember anything else right now. It's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie. It's a little weird. Natalie Wood dies in the middle of it, and I know exactly how she died. In case anybody wants to know. Oops! What do we do? Throw her overboard. She jumped. Yeah, something like that. Now, that didn't really happen. He lied, but I wasn't there. I don't have any reason to know. So whatever. Anyway, the woman died, and they were making the movie, and the woman died before they finished it, and the movie kind of it had a bit of a dark cloud. Okay. Now at present, I'm pretty sure everybody's fine, other than they're probably going to be walking funny for about 3.5 years. But I assume that they're still walking. That's good. Somebody who I was concerned about being dead is not dead. Yay! That's not a stretch goal. That's an important milestone that all the people stay alive. If I'm the paladin, little Michael Kuzi, that showed great promise in trial runs, but first time out of the gate, he fucking lets his best friend die because he wants to fuck him. Well, number one, I'm not going to get to fuck her. That's bad optics. And number two, I don't really want to be... I don't really want to be fucking burnt to the stake. Burnt to the stake is what they do to paladins. And whether or not it's somebody I'm going to fuck or not, I don't know. I mean, I like her, but still, that's not the point. Wasn't really sure if she was alive or not. Because my fucking phone doesn't work. And I can see that in an abundance of caution, you gotta make sure that little Mike Kuzi doesn't get any phone calls from women that he might want to have sex with. But I'm pretty sure that whatever I got, she's got 12 times the dose. So I'm pretty sure we're good there. And then if a person is shy like me, and my fucking phone rings over and over and over and over, and it never fucking works unless it's some asshole who's convinced that I shouldn't breed and doesn't like black men having sex with white girls. I'm not black, but he don't care. He'll whatever fucking reason he can think of to make sure that I don't have something he's not going to get ever. His brain is just going to like tune out. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say who these people are because I think that'd be rude. I'm just going to hit post. Yeah, now I might have just embarrassed somebody. God, I fucking hope so.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything!
I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound. Just move out. Knowledge is power, for real.
Fucking hope I embarrass the fuck out of somebody, because this all came to a head this morning when I changed my socks for the first time in 7.5 weeks. It's not stretch goal. I don't have to stretch. I just lift my feet because I'm not a big fat tub of shit like some people are. Not gonna say who keeps on having the same kind of hernia problem. Not really sure why. I don't believe it's from the strudel. Maybe the creme, but he doesn't seem to be that kind of person. Anyway, certain people have got certain medical issues, and then other people do things like fake a death and then don't invite me to the funeral, and then everybody gets all somber and fucking doesn't know what to say to me for like a year and a half because he's not dead. Or is he? Oh no, he is dead. Yeah, dead. DEA dead. Oh my God, he dead. Oh my God, how'd that happen? Waka waka. No, I don't want to say exactly. But in all of this, at some point, I should have got a call from somebody that said things like, "Oh, hey, your family's dead." It seems like that would be part of the procedure. Can you fucking dig up fucking Abraham Lincoln and make him write a fucking letter? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you fucking dig up my mother and make her into a whore at the fucking Shell station, which is cool. Looks good on her. But no, somehow, message to Jackstar. By the way, your family's dead. Somehow they get lost in the crush. Somehow the cellular networks isn't able to tell me. Oh, by the way, you got a call coming in. Oh, actually, no, it does tell me that. But oddly enough, it only seems to work when I'm taking calls from people who aren't being held hostage by fucking nerds. Fucking nerds. Now, don't get me wrong. I like nerds. I am a nerd. I'm a fucking nerd. I'm not a fucking nerd that fucking hacks the goddamn cellular network. I'm not a fucking nerd that plays with the fucking phone system. It's a fucking miracle the fucking phone works at all. I don't know how they fucking do that duplicate shit. I really don't. But somebody does. A few somebody do. And they get on the internet and they get in the little chat rooms and they get on the dark web and they fucking do all this fucking bullshit. I don't have any problem with that. Nerds, hats off to you. I guess. You probably know what that means. Nevertheless, at some point, somebody dropped the ball. And somebody that Boom Boom's not going to want me to name. Hey, Boom Boom. Boom Boom doesn't want me to tell you any more than that. It's bad enough I just said Boom Boom. Hi, Boom Boom. Hi, Boom Boom. So I've recorded this. I'm going to go back and see if the man is still yelling at his subordinates. Because as much as I wanted to stand there grinning, feeling like Beetle Bailey who just got into the acid, I don't really want to pretend that I know anything about what actually goes on in the military. People in the military do things that most of you will never imagine. And they do it because they're balls out adrenaline junkies that like to have a good time. And that's really all they know. And once you're in a military family, you're really not ever getting out. So they don't really have a choice. Beside the point, they give their lives in service to this country, and they deserve respect. And as cool as it is to listen to some guy chewing some guy out, I didn't stand there and listen because I had to talk to you. Earth. Take me to your leader. Oh, wait. Awkward. Let me take me to your teacher's lounge. Sorcerer wants to see your teacher's lounge. I want to find the teachers. I want to see if there's anybody who wants to substitute. Not really. That is funny though. Am I still recording? Oh, good. Don't piss me off. I'm going to get there anyway. And whoever the fucking nerd is who thought this would be a funny joke, yeah, you're gonna be black bagged to Diego Garcia, probably, or some other fucking nerd set the fucking nerd number one set up nerd number two, and he's already in Diego Garcia, and the one guy who knows how to get my fucking phone working without fucking up the fucking early warning system or where the fuck. He's currently picking cockroaches out of his anus, living in a fucking hole on Diego Garcia. That could be. I don't know. That's an oddly specific projection. I don't prognosticate, but it could be that the one guy who does know, and then the guy who doesn't know how to do it, and sent him over there so he wouldn't be tempted to find out because he didn't want to like wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat and say, "Oh my God, I got to start your sir." I think he thinks he's addicted to me. He is. It's as funny as that story is. I don't want to get involved any more than I already am. And I've recorded all the phone calls that have come in and then been nothing the entire time. So I'm not sure if people hang up because they hear me say hello, followed by the call is now being recorded, which pretty much makes my entire family, as well as everybody they've ever met, hang up the phone and call NORAD. Oh my God, did they get my voice print? Like, who fucking knows? I don't know. It's high level shit, which occasionally people do. And they do it really well. And I think everybody's fine. Today, what precipitated this event is mostly that it's been 4.5 fucking years, assholes! I don't want a hug! Is that okay? Probably not, yeah. Time of war, no hugs. Not important right now, but also there's a symptom on my foot, one of my toes. One of my toes has the same thing that my dad had before he died from an infection that started in his feet and ended up being partially the reason why he died. So since I'm 53 and he died at 81, I suppose I can wander around like a fucking moron waiting for some fucking nerd to turn my phone on. Oh yeah, Jackster, we gotta talk to him. Except they already are talking to me. Fuck, they've already forgotten about me. They've got some kind of autoresponder bot, and then maybe the bot took over certain trains. I don't know. People are teams are on it. Okay, you don't have to worry. By the time you've heard this, I'm sure it's been taken care of. And then what difference does it make if I die? Sure. Sure. Somebody will rescue me, right? Well, I'd like to not smell bad at my funeral. Okay, thanks. Click.
Her face is a map of the world, is a map of the world. You can see she's a beautiful girl, she's a beautiful girl. And everything around her is a silver pool of light. People who surround her feel the benefit of it. It makes you count. She holds you captivated in her power. Suddenly I see, this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. This is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. And I feel like walking the world, like walking the world. And you can hear she's a beautiful girl, she's a beautiful girl. She fills up every corner like she's born in black and white. Makes you feel warm when you're trying to remember what you're. She likes to leave you hanging on a word. emotions. Ah, yeah. Gotta be, gotta give the power to see, yeah, yeah. She got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. She got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah, yeah. She got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. She got the power to be, the power to give, the power to see, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see, this is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. This is what I wanna be. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. Oh, yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me. Yeah, yeah. Suddenly I see, why the hell it means so much to me.
Especially since she's either still a virgin or only had sex a few times and it sucked, and didn't think I'd turn into a paladin who can rewind time and stuff and things, and has a marvelous penis when he's erect and aroused. Can take lots of drugs and it's safe and healthy. And since I haven't been doing that my whole life, I've got one hell of a tolerance, as in it's really cheap, and then there's plenty of drugs a person can take that you don't have to give it to the female. She has a good time if there's a contact high. If you give them the right one, it works perfectly and you don't get fucked up. And if you give them the wrong one, or you're in the wrong frame of mind, or you don't know what's going on, it works kind of weird. It's a really sophisticated and clever way of controlling the population. And it would be bad to be addicted to such things. So I'm glad that I never used these things much, in spite of rumors to the contrary. Of course, everybody thought in high school I was using all the time, but I wasn't. I never got any, but somebody wanted me to rape her while she was high. So high she could speak telepathically to the stupid, slow nigger. That's me. I'm still trying to work on raping her. It's kind of difficult since you can't rape the willing. But I would much rather have been doing drugs with Karen big time. Since Karen actually liked sex, the other one wanted to have it once, a short time, with her mother standing by on watch in case I started to tear her hips apart. What happens if he starts to literally tear me apart? What if he pulls my arm off? Can that happen? Yeah, actually it can happen. The arm isn't really attached to the body. There's just one little bone, and then the rest of it is just meat. And yeah, a man can pull a woman's arm off of her body and beat her to death with it while having sex with her with the brutal bang bang. A bonobo could do it too. And then I don't know if Tammy thinks that being beaten to death with her own arm while being fucked into death by crazed Hungarian rape dick sounds good, but let me tell you, she has to be executed for really fucking up nothing at all. That would not be the way to do it, since she didn't do anything wrong. We were victimized, we were trafficked, and she believed everybody who told her that it was something else when it wasn't. So she can forgive herself. Now, meanwhile, back to Michael. I'm standing in front of pillows. It looks just like Karen. It's not Karen. It sounds like 5 Minutes with Jack Star, the soon-to-be award-winning debrief, courtesy of the pay-per-view network, Magic and Cash Broadcasting Network, but I don't have a network. I don't have any friends I can make love to. I don't have any friends I can call. I don't have a car. I don't have money. I don't have 6 laptops. I don't have 14 cell phones. I don't have 4 PlayStations. I don't have a clean house. I don't have a kitchen. I don't have access to certain drugs. Can't go to CERN and jump into the call, hide her, and figure out a way to turn the dials and go back in time. I wouldn't anyway. Aaron, I'm glad I could tell you this. And this is a much nicer experience than when Allison disappeared and materialized Archangel Metatron in the shape of Tammy from heaven. She was like wearing a white robe and had different hair and different face. And she was in heaven dead. I can't remember why she was dead, but here's a hint. She's a bitch who doesn't put out. She was in a new body and she was talking to me. She was high as balls. And we talked. I don't remember about what, but Archangel Metatron turns out is real. I said, like, are you? I didn't ask her if she was dead because she was dead. She's beautiful, but she was dead. I didn't want to have sex with her if she was dead because I'm sure it would have been marvelous because she would have either stayed there forever and never seen Allison again, or she would have disappeared mid-thrust, or I would have been monkey's pawed or something. I don't know. But once I realized that Archangel Metatron, wait, was that real? Yeah, I looked it up. I'd never heard of it before. And Archangel Sisyphon and Archangel Metatron, they're real. In case you're wondering about whether God's real, there is some real shit. You look like a lot of Miles now. And even though I'm talking to the wall, I'm talking to my closet. He also looks like a Joker. I'm talking to nothing. It's hallucination. She's not there. In the future, in heaven, people look back on life, and the Akashic records can be read, and information can be traveled through space and time. It's not like physical stuff. Getting answerable communications through time and space is easy if you know how to do it. You have permission. And easy for me, but what's not easy for Michael is to tell a girl that he doesn't know what to say, but he really wants to have sex with her. That's not easy for him to say, because when he says it, it doesn't sound good to her, because she knows what happens when that happens. She wakes up from a dream, or he turns out to be an asshole, or they stick together longer than they should, and then she turns into like a gremlin that you feed after midnight or whatever. Yeah, I'm really glad to see you again. Wow. Oh, there's Casey. Hi. You look a lot better that way. Casey, I love you. I'm sorry you had to make that restraining order happen. But see, Casey, if she didn't have a order preventing me from getting near her, she'd drive to my house and say, here, shoot me up and fuck me. Because I guess she tried that with other people, and I guess she's no good because, well, she's doing it wrong, and she's stupid, and she lied to me. She stole money, and she thought that I needed to be sober, but she got to decide all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I'm not mad at Casey, but she's mad at herself because she can fuck me later. She can come back in time as Karen. And then she can try and actually get my attention in high school. She can be Karen with a mandate from heaven. Oh, I have to actually fuck him. Yeah, they can change that. She can go back in time and everybody will be there, but it'll only be real time for her. And then as soon as she walks up to Michael Clifford Cousy and Kmart and says, hey, let's fuck in the fitting rooms. Well, that'd certainly get my attention. I'd wake up from whatever dream I was having and then actually travel. I don't know. But since I don't have the Magic and Broadcasting Content Delivery Network because somebody stole my idea after authorizing nothing to happen, somebody took that authorization and then broke into my computer and then took the information anyway, and they read everything and they figured out what I was going to do, and they fucking did it first, and they deliberately did that so I couldn't do it the same thing first, and then they did it for themselves, and then nobody told me anything. They just took the money and treated me like garbage, and now I'm in a house with people who don't tell me what's going on. They're paid a lot of money not to tell me, and there are bets on how long it takes me to figure this out. There's no bets on how long it'll take me to find Kirsten, because bitch, you're fucking divorced. And Allison, you are gorgeous, and also you're gorgeous. I see you there. Hi. I had a dream about your daughter. She was in this room doing magic stuff on me. She's not telling you the truth. She really does. She was hoping that somebody would like her for who she is. I was the first, and you kept her away from me because you didn't want her to get the truth. I can see why. Okay, well, now she knows it. Wow, her mother and her grandmother are whores. Bitches. What a bunch of fucking rude fucking bitches. I mean, she loves you, but yeah, no. She's not going to lose me to you, and then she's not going to have me. She's just savoring the notion. She looks a lot like Karen. It's funny how women can look similar and look different at the same time. Yeah. And I'm going to put this on YouTube, and everybody can hear about how, thanks to a bunch of assholes who stole everything, I don't have to worry about being sued for making money off of this story. Alessandra Shadows Barnett is alive. So when I talk about her without getting her permission on YouTube, people are going to flip the fuck out. Her mother's going to flip the fuck out. Her grandmother's going to flip the fuck out. Her brother's probably going to want to spank it. And I don't know how many family members of that family like me, but I think all of them, because I saved them as much as I could. And I wouldn't have had any problems exploring my life with those people, but they're ginger Mormon ninjas who do magic, who thought I was A, a nigger, B, dumb for not having sex with the Kiwi, C, should have been given out a baby, D, fucked up their plans for trafficking, E, was awkward to deal with since they were afraid of revealing to me that they were the team that gave the orders to do whatever. And then they didn't want to breed, but they wanted to breed. And then they're all, ginger Mormon ninjas who are supposed to hate cock and serve Mitt Romney and Jacob Smith and not breed. And then I'm such a nice person that they all wanted to marry me and have kids with me, which was awkward. I think. So they did a divination and discovered, oh, let's get rid of this guy. Let's get him somewhere else because otherwise Tiffany's going to grow up wanting his cock. That's odd. She already did. Okay. Oh, you look like, well, there's Window Licker. Hi. Ifix Wind. Hi. There's Cliff. So obviously, the boundary between reality and this channeled vision is breaking down. Okay, I don't know if anybody's wondering what the hell Paladin Vision is. Let me tell you, it is not. It's not the sexiest thing I've ever seen. It's the most romantic thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I love you, and I'm sorry you died. And I'm sorry the woman who told me that you died knew who I was, knew who you were, and didn't tell me about anything until you were already dead, and then I could meet other people. And before that, she didn't want to tell you that I seemed okay, but the main reason why she didn't tell you that I seemed okay is that she wanted me for herself. That's Courtney Ann Morocco. Yeah, she's a woman just like the other. Sibling rivalry isn't any appropriate when they're co-workers. And she could have just told you what she needed to know, and you could have just found me. Of course, you could have just driven up to me and lost your career and started sucking my cock in the parking lot, but I don't think that's a good idea. So that's why you had to die without me. And that's why Courtney's awkwardly not my friend, although she is. And then she's not allowed to talk to me anyway because I'm in protective custody, and that's a big case. And I don't know how pretty Courtney is right now, but she's had a bunch of kids. And she keeps on having a husband who thinks that he exists. But she's actually hooked up with Stephen Basquette, who's an asshole who stole my father's target pistol in 2011. And undoubtedly has something else to do with the missing guns that were in a pile in the garage 4 months before I got back. And I got back, no guns. Cursed weapons. The weapon that the Stalinists, the Red Army, gave to my 14-year-old father when they shot him with crystal meth and gave him a rifle. I don't know what the fuck he did for 3 years, but he didn't talk about it. And his rifle has bloodstains on it, on the sights. So I'm pretty sure my dad was high on crystal meth, shooting dudes, bang, 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 for 3 years. Conscripted. He didn't talk about it, but he said it was pretty terrible. Probably because it was fun. And that weapon has also been stolen. I don't know by whom, but somebody might want to get up to Stephen A. Basquette's house, where the fuck that stupid little bitch is, and say, hey, we know you're a high-level KKK bishop fuckhard and you're part of a hate crime group, and Michael Kuzi has given us enough information to put your ass in prison for as long as it takes. Although I don't want him in prison. I want him to be a potential threat on Courtney's mind when I break into her house and rape her. I'm not going to rape her. I love Courtney, and she wouldn't be, number one, unwilling. Number two, well, she doesn't have to set everybody else up. She could just set up him, and then she could just call him and say, hey, you should listen to the Jack podcast thing at the end when he talks about the target pistol that Stephen and Clayton and Nick and I don't know who. I don't know where my father's target pistol went. It was very rare. It was very precious. It was very valuable. It was very good for shooting targets. So did he steal it from my father, or did he buy it off my father? Hey, Stephen Basquette, you stupid Yakima nigger fuck. Where's my dad's target pistol? Oh, see, let me guess, he didn't think I needed to know. I don't actually. I don't need to know where it is. I know that he took it somewhere and fenced it. I don't know for what. Maybe he had to suck dick to get it off. I don't fucking know. But Stephen Basquette and Courtney A. Morocco and, Lauren. Hi, Lauren. She's cute too. She's probably, oh Jesus, she's appalled. Shelby, I like her. What's the name of the woman who sold coke? I can't say her name. I really can't say her name. Arlene. She sells coke at the, okay, I won't do it. I like her. And believe me, everybody knows Arlene sells coke. I don't need coke, so I never had any reason to talk to her. I thought that if I did talk to her at all, they would get the wrong idea. Once I figured out that Arlene had girls selling coke, and it's a coffee shack. Oh, I get it. You just say the magic words, and then they'll sell you coke or horse. If I went there at all, they would think I was getting information on how to get coke and horse. No, I don't know how to get coke and horse. I know how to get traffic to a fucking strip bar when you're 15 and a half by company operatives who give you a fucking sex act with a sex worker sponsored by your mother who's making you immune to HSV, HPV, but nobody fucking tells you because you let the woman have sex with you. And everybody thinks that she gave you HIV, but they didn't. They gave you immunity. So I had a little hard time getting dates. And that's why Karen died of something. And that's why Courtney didn't tell me about Karen still liking me. I guess Karen got drunk and said, "Oh my God, Michael Kuzzi's so hot. I want to fuck him so bad. How do I make it happen?" Here's how it makes it happen. You risk your career and you tell me, "Oh my God, you're really hot. I want to fuck you. And here's why it's hard." You could have done that. You might not have known why my penis was hard at that point, but if you had talked to me at all out of nowhere and said, "Look, I got to talk to you about something. I'm fucking dying here. I've had every other dick in town. I need yours." That would have got my attention. You already have my interest because you talked to me at all. And then you just couldn't fucking say anything. That's weird. Women who couldn't say anything. I wonder why they couldn't do certain things. Well, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? Fucking push myself on you? Yeah, I was supposed to rape every woman in town, and then they could all get sex. I'll get free babies, and they could all say, he raped me. I'm not a whore. I didn't enjoy it at all. He's going to rape me again next week. Men and women have sex for entirely different ways. Respect. I love you too. She's not talking to me. It's not that kind of image. It's the kind of image that's going to launch 1,000 networks. Because this would have been a very different story if people who now owe me shitloads of money, shitloads, if they hadn't fucked my life over, ransacked my house, stole my clothes, trafficked away every woman who liked me, killed ones that did have sex with me, killed ones that did not want to have sex with me but had. They killed every woman they could that had ever gotten my dick because they were afraid that I had spread AIDS. And they didn't care. It was the end times. It was even COVID. And they just wanted to kill women anyway. They made up a convenient excuse. That is the story of our lives, America. Actually, that's Africa too. Bye, Karen. It's not. Somebody's asking me if it's like in Strange Days. No, it's like I'm looking through a kind of foggy, kind of a blurry vision because my eyes are unfocused and wet. Like I imagine your vagina is. Not because you're dead. I never really got into the idea of oral sex because I couldn't figure out why I was circumcised. Nobody told me. Good reason, I found out later. But I liked the idea of looking into the pupils when they contract and expand. And so missionary seems good to me. Like, what's wrong with that? And why would I want to wear a condom? What? So the semen, oh no, you might get pregnant. Do you know how many fucking good chemicals are in oxytocin? It creates oxytocin. Why would you ever not want to have... Why would you ever want to put a condom between you and your person that you love? Oh, well, because you're in a part of the world where everybody has syphilis, or because you're with somebody that you don't want them to smell like you, so to avoid the bloodhound gang, because sometimes you do want condoms, and sometimes she says, put on a condom. She doesn't say why, but who knows? She says, put on a condom, you better put one on. I did. I don't think that the woman that I had sex with, the baby factory, who happened to be Hispanic, was she? Sandra. I didn't fuck her in the ass, and I didn't get HIV, and I'm healthy as a horse, and I'm immune to herpes. So don't really need to have sex with Sandra again, since she didn't tell me that. By the way, I got monkeypox in the butt. Oh, by the way, let me tell you all this stuff about drugs and sex trade. No, she didn't tell me that. She just wanted to fuck me and then get away with it. She did. Nobody knew that she was having sex with a 15-and-a-half-year-old when she said, "Can I sit on it?" She was on a date with a 15-and-a-half-year-old. She was told she was on a date with a 16-year-old. Maybe she did know how old I was. Didn't matter. She was crazy with opportunity. She took it. That's why Sandra had sex with me once. Because she wanted to. And Karen didn't really want to until now. And Tamara, no such woman exists. And she's not married, and she doesn't have lots of money, and she doesn't have a daughter that really is tired of hearing about this shit. But after she hears this, she goes back in time. I don't know how. Maybe she just kills herself by spanking it over and over and over and over and just fucking faps herself into a fucking time tunnel. It is a pretty hot story, isn't it? 4 hours and 13 minutes and 21 seconds. I wonder how much I could sell that for if some asshole wasn't stealing my phone calls. I think it's Louis Wayne, but it could be an anonymous guy at the fucking NSA. Who the fuck steals my phone calls? My phone rings. I pick up the phone. I record all the calls. Nothing gets heard unless it's a very narrow list of people. Nobody who calls me talks to me. They talk to somebody else who is trafficking me. Somebody else who intercepts everything I do, everything I say, and wants to control every aspect of my life. I don't think that they're controlling my eyesight or my bedroom and creating a simulacrum of... That's Michael Jackson. It's more like Karen, but... Hey, bro. Hey. Yeah, Michael Jackson and I are friends. Not too good. I wouldn't sleep with him, but he wasn't either. The story is that he wanted to give people the impression that he was, but not do it, so as to confuse the gangs. And the thing that I did was to give the impression that I was heavily into drugs, so that later on in my 50s, I could be a cheap date and get really drugged up and slutty and horny and still be able to drive home and help people who are lying their asses off their whole fucking lives, lying about how many drugs they're using since the age of 16. Because I don't understand why a bunch of assholes who fucked up my life in high school when they were using drugs at 16 and have been using them and lying about it ever since. Okay, so why do I have to quit? Why do I not get to have sex with them? Why do they get to keep doing drugs, and why do I have to stop? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, they don't like using drugs. Number two, I do. Number three, they don't want people to like using drugs. They want them to be suffering, they think. They don't want people to like using drugs unless they're paying for whores. And then they think the person is using a woman and not the drug. Truth is, with chemistry, you could be fucking a styrofoam cup filled with old Band-Aids. It's amazing what chemistry can do, which is why I didn't take it, and I became an alchemist and a sorcerer instead, and not a necromancer. But I'm going to have a little chat with Kathy and Jesus later. Yeah, Karen's gone. Okay, Belgab, did you want to make some money? Yeah, I bet you did want to make some money. Well, now you have to make a lot more of it, because I'm going to sue every single fucking one of you. You fucked up so fucking bad. I don't even have to win the case. People already know you're liars, you're thieves, you're murderers. You traffic women, you trafficked men, you trafficked my house. You ransacked my house. You took everything of value out of it, and you acted like I need to get a job. I need to quit doing anything. You stole my entire life, you stupid, salty, leaf nigger, fucking spook fuck Canadian asshole. Junkie rockhound whore. No, not Queen Elizabeth II. No, not April, not Angie, and not Katie, and not Andrew Blackwell. He's a man. Maybe. On some days of the week. No, officially, Kirsten and Elizabeth Hall. Kirsten and Elizabeth Hall. Kirsten and Elizabeth. And Elizabeth. Elizabeth Halverson. She's a mob accountant who's hooked on cocaine and loves to do math. She got shitloads of money. She's mad at me. I don't blame her. I made her fall in love with me, and then she's still in love with me because obviously I'm fucking amazing. But she can't get compromised with me because she's a mob accountant. She's hooked on coke. She'll fucking fuck anything. Me, she actually likes to talk to. And we dated for like a week and a half, and I kind of had to run away from the satanic magic she was using because she was taking advice from somebody who hated me and her and didn't want me to hook up with a woman who has shitloads of money and needs to lose weight and is hooked on coke. She could get hooked on my dick. I could tell her about how she could start losing weight, but she can't start losing weight because she does mob accounting 18 hours a day while high balls on whatever. And how's she going to lose weight? She's not. And then how's she going to get a glamour where she's thin? She's not. She doesn't care. She's a big fat tub and heifer. And she has like $80 million in the bank. This woman is a mob accountant. If it's got $1, it bleeds money for this woman. That's my friend Elizabeth Halverson, which, I mean, she's kind of awkward. Like, I can't hang around with her. I think she's been genetically programmed to start going, ee! If I start turning her on. That can happen. Because I already have my chance with her. And she really does have a shitload of money. And all I have to do is, like, sidle up to her and wink, wink, nudge and say, hey, let me tell you what you need to know. I really like fucking you, but here's the problem. And she'd be like, oh, I can fix that. I have $80 million. I'd be like, cool, I really just want to fuck you. And then she'd insist on giving me money anyway. Because she's never had anything like me. And then it was over too soon. That's why you gotta be careful with mob boss accountants, girls who are important to the function of the mob. They can't lose their accountant. I can't make her fall in love with me and then take her to Tahoe and have a good time and then come back whenever. No. Mr. Big needs Elizabeth doing the numbers. That's fine. She's high as balls on drugs. She'll put it up with it. And then the other one, who's the other one? Anne. Anne was Kirsten's sister. No, Karen's sister. Karen. It's funny how the names all run together when you look back on your life. And somebody stole an enchanted black stone that I got from a woman who later turned out to be the queen of the impure who wants to blow me again. Although her boyfriend, Guard, is kind of mad about it. I can see why. Now she wants me to fuck her, but he says, no, No, you're the queen of the vampire. You cannot have a dick in you. What a cool. He's really cool. So I'm going to talk to him about making a movie about all this. Because I'd like some fucking money. Hey, Belgab, you stole my fucking money. What do you expect me to do? Suck dick for it? No, I'm going to tell every fucking person in the fucking world your fucking secrets. Just like Long John Neville didn't. He was hoping to see Candy Jones again, but I don't need to see anybody. I want my fucking money. And I want to have sex with whatever the new grapefruit approved vessel that has number 1, grapefruit actual, number 2, grapefruit alpha prime, number 3, Cher. She's so nice. Number 4, a fucked off dead clone of Sonny Bono so we can throw it out the back in case of sprugler attack. Number 5, Cheech or Chong or a similarly equipped clone of Cher. Not sure. Number 6, Dennis Bang Bang Ribisi. It's not his name. Dennis Bang Bang Ribisi and David Boom Boom Remedi. I want those 2 men fused in the brain and then downloaded into a total fuck me clone. And I want to tie them up and let them just sit there for a while. I'll watch them in the dark with night vision. That's Boom Boom, and Bang Bang. David and Dennis, 2 different guys. Hi, it's Jackster. I make some simple wishes with complicated enjoyment patterns. That's kind of why I was going to make a content delivery network. But I guess Lisa Garr didn't want any competition, and I'm just so bad at graduating college, and I don't deserve to have a career. I don't deserve to have a job. I'm supposed to get a job, you nigger. So I only get nigger jobs because that's what everybody who hates me says, and everyone who hates me includes everybody famous in the entire world who loved Art Bell and wondered, what the fuck is Kuzi doing? Hi, everybody. I'm Jack Star. I'm not just a star. I'm like Ron Jeremy, but attractive without whatever the fuck they give Ron Jeremy. Do you know how big his cock is? Big. You know what's attractive about Ron Jeremy? He has a big cock, and they put him in a room with a woman over and over and over. He's pretty good at making them feel at ease. And they all know he's got a cock that works because bang, bang, bang. You know, they invented Viagra in the Garden of Eden. I'm not Ron Jeremy. I'm not like that. And I'm technically effective, but only if you consider never getting a hug to be effective. Oh my God, my friend just burst into tears. I love you, sweetie. The first girl who burst into tears, that's the one I really want. Oh, that's Kathleen and Melissa and Grapefruit. Actually, Grapefleet. I want the whole Grapefleet and Kathleen and Melissa. So it's two split personalities and then a base substrata of 382 women. It's like Titanic with the old man of the sea. You just make a vessel. God damn it. You just make a vessel. Not you, sweetie. Make a vessel with 400 seats. Melissa's the captain. Kathleen brings her dildos and lemonade on request, and then the boat is made up of some kind of carbon fiber hull that's a slurry of ground up body parts of all the members of Grapefleet into like a Cuisinart. Just grind them all up and then make it into paste, and it's painted over stealth fighter composite, and then make a boat with a rudder, and then have Kathleen and Melissa talk about how important it is to say what you really want before little Michael Kuzi loses his fucking mind. My balls are as blue as the goddamn sperm whales. Why am I sitting here talking about things? Because I just came out of my pants like 9 times in the last 4.5 hours, okay? And as long as we're in Grapefleet, well, they'll be in just one place, and then Kathleen and Melissa can fight it out for dominance. Well, I can fuck them both. I'm a sorcerer. I can fuck them both, but I can only make love to one of them. Which one will it be? Tune in next week as everybody loses their fucking minds when I don't bother mentioning it and I talk about something else entirely. And you know why? Bitch better have my money. Click. Exploring my life with those people, but they're ginger Mormon ninjas who do magic who thought I was A, B, dumb for not having sex with the Kiwi. C, should have been given out a baby. D, fucked up their plans for trafficking. E, was awkward to deal with since they were afraid of revealing to me that they were the team that gave the order to do whatever. And then they didn't want to breed, but they wanted to breed. And then they're all, ginger Mormon ninjas who are supposed to hate cock and serve and Jacob Smith and not breed. And then I'm such a nice person that they all wanted to marry me and have kids with me, which was awkward, I think. So they did a divination and discovered, let's get rid of this guy. Let's get him somewhere else because otherwise he's going to grow up wanting his cock. That's odd. She already did. Okay. Oh, you look like, there's window liquor. Hi. Hi. There's, so obviously, the boundary between reality and this channeled vision is breaking down. Okay. I don't know if anybody's wondering what the hell paladin vision is. Well, let me tell you, it is not, it's not the sexiest thing I've ever seen. It's the most romantic thing I've ever seen. Yeah. I love you. And I'm sorry you died. And I'm sorry the woman who told me that you died knew who I was, knew who you were, and didn't tell me about anything until you were already dead. And then I could meet other people. And before that, she didn't want to tell you that I seemed okay, but the main reason why she didn't tell you that I seemed okay is that she wanted me for herself. That's Courtney. Yeah, she's a woman just like the other. Sibling rivalry isn't any predator when they're coworkers. And she could have just told you what you needed to know, and you could have just found me. Of course, you could have just driven up to me and lost your career and started sucking my cock in the parking lot, but I don't think that's a good idea. So that's why you had to die without me. That's why Courtney is awkwardly not my friend, although she is. And then she's not allowed to talk to me anyway because I'm in protective custody, and that's a big case. And I don't know how pretty is right now, but she's had a bunch of kids, and she keeps on having a husband who thinks that he exists, but she's actually hooked up with who's an asshole who stole my father's target pistol in 2011 and undoubtedly has something else to do with the missing guns that were in a pile in the garage 4 months before I got back. And I got back, no guns. Cursed weapons. The weapon that the Stalinists, the Red Army, gave to my 14-year-old father when they shot him with crystal meth and gave him a rifle. I don't know what the fuck he did for 3 years, but he didn't talk about it. And his rifle has bloodstains on it, on the sights. Pretty sure my dad was high on crystal meth, shooting dudes. Bang, bang, bang. For 3 years, conscripted. He didn't talk about it, but he said it was pretty terrible. Probably because it was fun. And that weapon has also been stolen. I don't know by whom, but somebody might want to get up to Stephen A. Baskett's house, where the fuck that stupid little bitch is, and say, hey, we know you're a high-level KKK bishop fucktard and you're part of a hate crime group, and Michael Kuzi has given us enough information to put your ass in prison for as long as it takes. Although I don't want him in prison. I want him to be a potential threat on Courtney's mind when I break into her house and rape her. I'm not going to rape her. I love Courtney, and she wouldn't be, number one, unwilling. Number two, well, she doesn't have to set everybody else up. She could just set up him, and then she could just call him and say, hey, you should listen to the Jack podcast thing at the end when he talks about the target pistol that Stephen and Clayton and Nick and I don't know who. I don't know where my father's target pistol went. It was very rare. It was very precious. It was very valuable. It was very good for shooting targets. So did he steal it from my father, or did he buy it off my father? Hey, Stephen Baskett, you stupid Yakima nigger fuck. Where's my dad's target pistol? Oh, see, let me guess, he didn't think I needed to know. I don't actually. I don't need to know where it is. I know that he took it somewhere and fenced it. I don't know for what. Maybe he had to suck dick to get it off. I don't fucking know. But Stephen Baskett and Courtney A. Marco and, Lauren. Hi, Lauren. She's cute too. She's probably, oh, Jesus, she's appalled. Shelby. I like her. What's the name of the woman who sold Coke? I can't say her name. I really can't say her name. Arlene. She sells Coke at the, okay, I won't do it. I like her. And believe me, everybody knows Arlene sells Coke. I don't need Coke, so I never had any reason to talk to her. I thought that if I did talk to her at all, they would get the wrong idea. Once I figured out that Arlene had girls selling Coke and his coffee shack. Oh, I get it. You just say the magic words and then they'll sell you Coke or horse. If I went there at all, they would think I was getting information on how to get Coke and horse. No, I don't know how to get Coke and horse. I know how to get trafficked to a fucking strip bar when you're 15 and a half by company operatives who give you a fucking sex act with a sex worker sponsored by your mother who's making you immune to HSV, HPV, but nobody fucking tells you because you let the woman have sex with you. And everybody thinks that she gave you HIV, but they didn't. They gave you immunity. So I had a little hard time getting dates. And that's why Karen died of something. And that's why Courtney didn't tell me about Karen still liking me. I guess Karen got drunk and said, "Oh my God, Michael Kuzzi's so hot. I want to fuck him so bad. How do I make it happen?" Here's how it makes it happen. You risk your career and you tell me, "Oh my God, you're really hot. I want to fuck you. And here's why it's hard." You could have done that. You might not have known why my penis was hard at that point, but if you had talked to me at all out of nowhere and said, "Look, I got to talk to you about something. I'm fucking dying here. I've had every other dick in town. I need yours." That would have gotten my attention. You already have my interest because you talked to me at all. And then you just couldn't fucking say anything. That's weird. Women who couldn't say anything. I wonder why they couldn't do certain things. Well, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? Fucking push myself on you? Yeah, I was supposed to rape every woman in town, and then they could all get sex. I'll get free babies, and they could all say, he raped me. I'm not a whore. I didn't enjoy it at all. He's going to rape me again next week. Men and women have sex for entirely different ways. Respect. I love you too. She's not talking to me. It's not that kind of image. It's the kind of image that's going to launch 1,000 networks. Because this would have been a very different story if people who now owe me shitloads of money, if they hadn't fucked my life over, ransacked my house, stolen my clothes, trafficked away every woman who liked me, killed ones that did have sex with me, killed ones who did not want to have sex with me but had. They killed every woman they could that had ever gotten my dick because they were afraid that I had spread AIDS. And they didn't care if it was the end times or it was even COVID. And they just wanted to kill women anyway. They made up a convenient excuse. That is the story of our lives, America. Actually, that's Africa too. Bye, Karen. It's not. Somebody's asking me if it's like in Strange Days. No, it's like I'm looking through a kind of foggy, kind of a blurry vision because my eyes are unfocused and wet. Like I imagine your vagina is. Not because you're dead. I never really got into the idea of oral sex because I couldn't figure out why I was circumcised. Nobody told me. Good reason, I found out later. But I liked the idea of looking into the pupils when they contract and expand. And so missionary seems good to me. Like, what's wrong with that? And why would I want to wear a condom? What? So the semen, oh no, you might get pregnant. Do you know how many fucking good chemicals are in oxytocin? It creates oxytocin. Why would you ever not want to have... Why would you ever want to put a condom between you and your person that you love? Oh, well, because you're in a part of the world where everybody has syphilis, or because you're with somebody that you don't want them to smell like you, so to avoid the bloodhound gang, because sometimes you do want condoms, and sometimes she says, put on a condom. She doesn't say why, but who knows? She says, put on a condom, you better put one on. I did. I don't think that the woman that I had sex with, the baby factory, who happened to be Hispanic, was she? Sandra. I didn't fuck her in the ass, and I didn't get HIV, and I'm healthy as a horse, and I'm immune to herpes. So don't really need to have sex with Sandra again, since she didn't tell me that. By the way, I got monkeypox in the butt. Oh, by the way, let me tell you all this stuff about drugs and sex trade. No, she didn't tell me that. She just wanted to fuck me and then get away with it. She did. Nobody knew that she was having sex with a 15-and-a-half-year-old when she said, "Can I sit on it?" She was on a date with a 15-and-a-half-year-old. She was told she was on a date with a 16-year-old. Maybe she did know how old I was. Didn't matter. She was crazy with opportunity. She took it. That's why Sandra had sex with me once. Because she wanted to. And Karen didn't really want to until now. And Tamara, no such woman exists. And she's not married, and she doesn't have lots of money, and she doesn't have a daughter that really is tired of hearing about this shit. But after she hears this, she goes back in time. I don't know how. Maybe she just killed herself by spanking it over and over and over and over and just fucking faps herself into a fucking time tunnel. It is a pretty hot story, isn't it? 4 hours and 13 minutes and 21 seconds. I wonder how much I could sell that for if some asshole wasn't stealing my phone calls. I think it's Louis Wayne, but it could be an anonymous guy at the fucking NSA. Who the fuck steals my phone calls? My phone rings. I pick up the phone. I record all the calls. Nothing gets heard unless it's a very narrow list of people. Nobody who calls me talks to me. They talk to somebody else who is trafficking me somebody else who intercepts everything I do, everything I say, and wants to control every aspect of my life. I don't think that they're controlling my eyesight or my bedroom and creating a simulacrum of that's Michael Jackson. It's more like Karen, but hey bro, hey. Yeah, Michael Jackson and I are friends. Not too good. I wouldn't sleep with him, but he wasn't either. The story is that he wanted to give people the impression that he was, but not do it, so as to confuse the gangs. And the thing that I did was to give the impression that I was heavily into drugs, so that later on in my 50s I could be a cheap date and get really drugged up and slutty and horny and still be able to drive home and help people who are lying their asses off their whole fucking lives, lying about how many drugs they're using since the age of 16. Because I don't understand why a bunch of assholes who fucked up my life in high school when they were using drugs at 16 and have been using them and lying about it ever since. Okay, so why do I have to quit? Why do I not get to have sex with them? Why do they get to keep doing drugs, and why do I have to stop? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, they don't like using drugs. Number two, I do. Number three, they don't want people to like using drugs. They want them to be suffering, they think. They don't want people to like using drugs unless they're paying for whores. And then they think the person is using a woman and not the drug. Truth is, with chemistry, you could be fucking a styrofoam cup filled with old Band-Aids. It's amazing what chemistry can do, which is why I didn't take it, and I became an alchemist and a sorcerer instead, and not a necromancer. But I'm going to have a little chat with Kathy and Jesus later. Yeah, Karen's gone. Okay, Belgab. Did you want to make some money? Yeah, I bet you did want to make some money. Well, now you have to make a lot more of it because I'm going to sue every single fucking one of you. You fucked up so fucking bad. I don't even have to win the case. People already know you're liars, you're thieves, you're murderers. You traffic women, you trafficked men, you trafficked my house. You ransacked my house. You took everything of value out of it, and you acted like I need to get a job. I need to quit doing anything. You stole my entire life, you stupid, salty, leaf nigger, fucking spook fuck, Canadian asshole. Junkie rockhound whore. No, not Queen Elizabeth II. No, not April, not Angie, and not Katie, and not Andrew Blackwell. He's a man. Maybe. On some days of the week. No, officially, Kirsten and Elizabeth Hall. Kirsten and Elizabeth Hall. Kirsten and Elizabeth. And Elizabeth. Elizabeth Halverson. She's a mob accountant who's hooked on cocaine and loves to do math. She got shitloads of money. She's mad at me. I don't blame her. I made her fall in love with me, and then she's still in love with me because obviously I'm fucking amazing. But she can't get compromised with me because she's a mob accountant. She's hooked on coke. She'll fucking fuck anything. Me, she actually likes to talk to. And we dated for like a week and a half, and I kind of had to run away from the satanic magic she was using because she was taking advice from somebody who hated me and her and didn't want me to hook up with a woman who has shitloads of money and needs to lose weight and is hooked on coke. She could get hooked on my dick. I could tell her about how she could start losing weight, but she can't start losing weight because she does mob accounting 18 hours a day while has balls on whatever. And how's she going to lose weight? She's not. And then how's she going to get a glamour where she's thin? She's not. She doesn't care. She's a big fat tub and heifer. And she has like $80 million in the bank. This woman is a mob accountant. If it's got $1, it bleeds money for this woman. Click. Ross, can you come in? Good. I got some pretty good news for you. I figured out what happened. Let me guess what happened. Your friend disappeared and this was left behind. Yeah. Do you want to know how that happened? Are you sure? Well, what do you think happened? Oh, okay. I'll explain. This is not your friend, and it's not like she was an alien, or she is, but when the person goes elsewhere and they need to be represented by themselves, they have a hollow emitter. And as long as this has power, yeah, it's them. It's really them. And them can be made up of component parts on other planets. And it's still them. And then if this is something that you're sucking on, grape slush. If it's got the time and it's got access to sunlight and it's not busy creating a holographic female, it'll regenerate in a way that's not empty. This is the most emptiest one I've ever seen. So what happened was you kept on going and going, puffing and fucking without realizing, oh yeah, she's not exactly creating all this, but she was. And then, yeah, she's doing that still somewhere else, because this one ran out of power. And then right before it did, ran out of all power, rather than summon down another battery, well, she decided to portal out. That may not have been her intention, but grape and lemon. Well, they want to charge that. And then I don't know if it'll help to charge them both, unless you want to know when she comes back, because now it's both of those together forming a third triangular, and then she'll eventually get to that third imaginary spot, and she'll realize that it's not real. Oh, look, there's a shoe. That's weird. I guess I'm teaching you how to be an alchemist the right way. Meanwhile, I got sour mango pineapple. Mango pineapple. Trust me, don't worry about race. You already won. Time travelers race in a different way than you might think. Okay, so that was my friend Crisscross Boss Ross. Randall Crisscross Boss Ross. He's a bonded slave man to a bond girl with a penchant for tying Tarzan up with his own vines through grape. Dino. I wasn't kidding. This one's pretty good. Sour mango. Sour man. Sour mango. Pine for apples. Yeah, there's a language that exists within language, and it's the story of the men versus women. It's a war. And some say that'll never change, but no. It changes. It changes when you're a sorcerer and you're in your own domain and you're in your own house, and there's a legal binding contract between the lands of the living and the lands of the dead that lasts for a minimum of 500 years. I can extend this, and it's not going to keep me alive. I'm already going to stay alive. I don't die. No one dies. We simply change form. Hex form, or body form, or maiden form. It's hard to say. There's a number of ways that people can die and be reborn over and over and over without realizing it. Like you put on nitrous oxide mask and breathe it over and over and kill yourself and not even know it. Not that I would recommend that people do that, since that's pretty gross and they made a movie about it already. Anyway, my friend is disappointed. I'm not sure why. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son. But thrown into a sun when you're not fat, drunk, or stupid is kind of the point to the hot black Desiato story. And there's a bulldozer, orange, of course, orange and black bulldozer, hooked up to my new flux capacitor. It's not from Ronco. It's not from Magic Castle. It's not from a dick either. It's from, well, I invented something and then they stole that too, and then somebody used it to escape. Waka waka. I guess nobody saw that coming. Wow. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. I didn't know somebody wanted to escape. I didn't know somebody needed to escape. Sanctuary is not a prison, unless it is. Okay, good talk. I'm going to talk to people later, and then, yeah, she'll be back. She just won't be bound. But he is. Ew. Isn't that weird? Can you imagine, like, enslaving somebody and then thinking you've got a slave, and then all of a sudden you don't, and then you forgot you had a slave, and then you have a thing, and then you love your thing, and then your thing disappears, and then you realize that you're trapped by your love for the thing that just disappeared, and then you realize what's going to happen is that, oh yeah, you're enslaved to the thing, which is actually a dragon, Nosferatu, nigger slave pineapple man. Except that's not how this story is. Sorry to use the N word and the G word and the guga. Look, trust me, this is all better than having a Gorgon, which before the creature manifested, 1, 2, 3, yeah, they were there, and then I took the knife that was being waved at me and then buried it in the lawn, and then a bunch of souls that were trapped in the blade went into the lawn, and then I went back inside, and, well, without those souls, she was pissed, and she was even more formidable than ever, and then I was not starting a fight. I wasn't finishing one. I just let her run down and then kept her from pulling out her eyeballs. God, gross. It was nasty, really. And then she waved at me with her tiny little impotent fists, and I grabbed them, and she said, "Why are you crushing my bones?" And I'm like, "I'm not crushing your bones. I'm keeping you from hurting yourself." And I said that while I was straddling her chest with my groin in between her breasts. So author of love is the mano a mano coup de grace position. Copyright Magic Castle LLC. And then she finally ran down enough so I could get up, and then I got up and she said, "Ah!" Which was awful because she was coming at me with a claw hammer. Claw first. Classic harpy strike pose. You know, like the crane technique with Rosh Macho. She was coming at me with a hammer, and she was going to kill me. And then I went to dodge, and I slipped and fell on my knee. And that was close enough to a gesture of surrender, I guess, that got her out of what she was doing. And then I said, honey, maybe we should call a crisis line. And then she said, I'll never forget it. You know, people have those little things they say to each other. She said, fuck you, you're going to jail. And then she called 911, I guess, and made, which is false statements at dispatch. He hit me. He tried to choke me, both hands. I think he's trying to kill me. And then I realized, oh shit, I'm not going to get laid for at least 6 years. Which, I mean, okay, sure. But way to go, Belgab. Way to go. You managed to completely compromise the country and doom yourselves to a hell of torment, courtesy of me, Captain Jackstar. It's kind of like Gilligan, but worse. And then my friend here is terrified. I would be too, but he'll probably be okay. He wants a weed? No, he doesn't want weed. Weed is not good for everybody. Oh, cool. Okay, he's a genius. Yeah, that's exactly what you need. Okay, I'll say goodbye. No, not to hurt him. Okay, he did it mentally. Belgab, don't get telepathic. Bye.